I started by going to hometownquiltcompany.com, printing out the templates, cutting out my pieces. Now, I have a ghost and a jack-o'-lantern. So you're gonna cut out a front and a back for your pennants, but you're only gonna cut out the face for the front, unless you want the face on the back. I'm only doing the face on the front of mine. The first thing we're gonna do is stitch our faces on. I'm just stitching these on with a straight stitch. I am using black thread though. And I'm gonna back stitch when I start and when I stop, and I'm gonna go around each piece of the faces.
I'm only making 4 pennants. I don't need my piece to be very long for where it's going, but determine where yours is going and then determine how many pennants you need. And I'm only putting the face on one side of mine because you won't be able to see the back. But if it's going in a doorway or a hallway where you can see both sides, you may want to put the face on both sides.
I've sewn my faces on, so I'm going to take the back pieces of my pennants. Take this white. You can't really tell, but it's glittery. It's so stinking cute. And I'm going to lay it pretty side down. And then I'm going to take my pennant face and lay it pretty side up. I'm going to do the same thing with my jack-o'-lantern. Back pretty side down, front pretty side up. And then I'm going to straight stitch down and back up on both pieces. Because after I do that, I'm going to clip them with my pinking shears. So we're going to sew here and here and here and here. Straight stitch, 1/4 inch seam, back stitching when you start and when you stop, because my grandma said so.
And every time I don't say because my grandma said so, one of y'all reminds me that I didn't say it, and I love that.
So now I have done mine, and I have 4 of them here. You can do as many as you want. Mine are going in a very small space, so I just need a few of them. But if you're going to put them in a large space, then you probably need more. Or if it's going to be like in a hallway where you can see both sides of it, you may want to put the faces on both sides. You determine how many you need and by how long you want your banner to be. So I'm doing 4. I had already done 2 of them the other day to try to make sure. I always try to make sure the projects work before I film them for y'all. Sometimes I don't, and when I don't, you can tell I didn't. But sometimes I get overly confident too. I think, oh, I know how to do that. And then I think, oh, where's my seam ripper? Y'all know all about that, don't you? Or if you're like me, you do. Now, we're going to use bias tape to put this together, but you could make your own strap if you wanted to. And you could do it like bias tape. You could just sew a few pieces end to end and fold them in half and iron it, and then in half again and iron it. Or you can use bias tape. 99 cents every day at Hobby Lobby. Worth every penny. But maybe because I don't love making straps, and I don't. It's called double fold bias tape because that's what it is. It folds in and in again. I'm going to start by changing my thread. I'm over here with black thread. I sewed down the sides of these by accident in black thread, and I like them. They look fine. But if I were paying attention, it would have been in white thread. Papa said, Tammy, why do you wear glasses in your videos? Papa, because I can't see. We're threaded with white thread. Now I'm going to take my bias tape. I'm going to end to end so I can find the center of it. I'm going to put a clip on the center. And now I'm going to put my jack-o'-lantern and my ghost pennants on here. But so that I can reasonably have them centered. Or that's the plan. Okay, we got them clipped on there. Reasonably centered, we think. So now we're going to open our double fold bias tape up. We're going to fold this end under. We're going to close it, and we're going to start sewing here, and we're going to sew all the way down. And when we get to our pennants, we're just going to open the bias tape up, put them inside, and keep going. Easy, easy, easy project.
It is so weirdly satisfying to watch that bias tape come from underneath the sewing machine. Every time I do one of these projects, that's what I'm thinking when I'm doing this voiceover. I want to know, what are y'all going to be for Halloween? And by y'all, I mean your little people. And are you making their costumes? Because we're going to be scarecrows. And I think I'm going to make a jumper that they can put over a flannel shirt or a short sleeve shirt. Because one year I made sleeveless Alice in Wonderland costumes, and they were absolutely beautiful. And then it was 17 degrees for Halloween, so we didn't get to wear them. But then we wore them last year, and I don't want that to happen again. So I'm going to make something that we can put a long sleeve or short sleeve shirt under.
Okay, let's see what we've got. Dun, dun, dun. Oh my goodness. That is the cutest ever. I can't wait to see the ones that you make. My name is Tammy. I'm your favorite sewing teacher, and I would love for you to come sew with me. let's go make these precious Halloween pennants. But first, always remember to share this so it was saved to your profile and you can find it when you're looking for it again later.